Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, Teresa.
Happy Wednesday to you. Good morning.
Good morning. So I'm interested in this topic. We actually did not discuss it at all before. Marketing trends to avoid on your website. So I'm very curious about this myself because I'm sure I've made this mistake.
So we've all made this mistake, but we get caught up in the hype of the marketing world. And there are lots of experts out there who say, do this and you will make sales. And so the trouble with that is that a lot of times when we do what they suggest, we go off brand and we spend a lot of time, what I call procrastinating marketing, which is not going to bring us sales. And so there's just a couple things that I've seen people do that I think really are not to your benefit. And the whole point is I want people to always go back to your brand. Who are you? Because that's what people are buying. They want you. So show up as you all the time, no matter what the marketing experts are saying today. And that's really where you're going to get the sales, especially the sales that you want. And so a couple of examples. A couple of years ago, there was the whole trend of the ugly sales page.
Yes, I remember that.
That was huge. Everybody was creating these ugly sales pages. They were redoing their classy, beautiful sales pages that were on brand, that matched their website, that matched their marketing, that matched them to create these ugly, hideous website or sales pages. And, some did make some sales and some didn't, but it wasn't the sales page that brought people in. It was the person and what they were selling. And so they spent time and money and energy and waste, honestly, to build these ugly sales pages.
And I still have a few of them out there. I remember this trend really well. I remember them saying, don't kill yourself trying to make a beautiful landing page, that the ugly landing pages are actually converting better. And it perhaps is because it's shocking people a little bit. They're not expecting it. And I remember thinking, that's so weird. But yeah, all the gurus, which are now, I guess I'm a little bit of a guru now, we're saying ugly landing page. And I'm like, really? And they didn't convert any differently than anything else.
And that's just it. And so a lot of times what I ask myself too, when I hear those, is they're the ones that are going to convert. And then they give you 2 or 3 success stories. I want the real data behind this marketing trend. I want to know, really, did you really get in and study this from an actual research perspective? Or you just toss something out there, 3 people were a success, you grab their testimonials and then say, buy my stuff.
That is true. But that is how the world works, right? You put out the testimonials of the people who've had success, but it's not everyone. So just be careful. Look at how many testimonials somebody has, or how many reviews, or like you said, the numbers behind these marketing landing pages or these Facebook ads converted at this rate. I mean, I have fallen into that trap more times than not. But I pulled the plug fast once I realized, how did I follow this person?
Right. We all have. And that's just it. And those ugly sales pages, I mean, think about this. What is your brand? If your brand is classy, beautiful, interior design, if your brand is to live healthy and wellness and simplified and this new bright thing, to have this dark, ugly sales page is totally off brand and it's not going to help you. If you're selling snowblower or snowmobile parts, I had a client who was selling this cool new snowmobile thing that he invented, right? I don't remember what it was. He's marketing to guys who want you to get to the point. His ugly sales page went through the roof, but it wasn't the sales page. It was still on brand for him. Right. Because he got to the point. He said, here's what I've got for you. It's awesome. This is why. Here's some videos. Go buy it or don't. And he did great, but it wasn't the sales page. So that's the first one that I remember. Think about this. Think about what is it that this marketing trend is telling you. And if it's off brand, don't do it.
We're talking a lot on my team about how everyone, these long ass landing pages, which give you everything, including the kitchen sink for someone to help decide. And I'm like, that's not me. I still have some of them out there, but that's not me. I just want to get to the point. When you're buying something from me, whether it's coaching or a course, I'm just like, this is what you get. This is what you can expect. I don't want to go into the whole psychological, go get you through the program, because that's not me. My brand is direct and to the point.
Exactly. And so that's another great example of this. Some other ones that I've seen is pictures of kids and puppies sell. Well, if your target market is an empty nester who loves to travel, that's the last thing that they want to freaking look at.
Yes.
You're off brand. So no matter how much we love pictures of babies and puppies and things like that, if it's not part of your brand, if it doesn't support who you are in the world, don't do it. Just don't do it. So that's another one. And then the last one too that I see is use this color because this is the color that makes people want to buy. And sometimes you can find that color to complement your color palette, but if it's way off base of your color palette, for example, if you're a coach and you're wanting to help people feel calm and at ease and relaxed, and someone says use red because red makes people buy, red is about energy and strength. That has nothing to do with being calm and at ease and relaxed. And it's going to make those people feel uncomfortable when it comes to your sales pages or your website pages. And
Right.
so you've got to really think about when you hear this marketing trend, first of all, are they giving you real research or are they just giving you a few success stories? If they're not giving you real research and then you have time to dig into the research, then ask yourself, is this with my brand? Does this fit who I am in the world? Because if it doesn't, it's probably a marketing trend you need to avoid.
Yeah, and I do that too. I do find I find I have to look at my own landing pages and say, what is converting better? If I change the color of a button, does it convert better? And how close can I get it to my brand with it still popping, right? So this is where you come up with, it's so personal to every business, and it is a bit of trial and error. And Masha is saying also not every trend is applicable to you and to your business and to your audience. And that is so true. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of gurus teaching across the board, no matter what your business is, this is what you should be doing. And I'm like, no, but it particularly bothers me with the Facebook ads, I have to tell you, because you can funnel so much money down the Facebook ad rabbit hole. And there are people teaching like that, that's working. It's working. And I'm thinking, I haven't met one person that it's worked really well for yet. Consistently. In other words, where you think you're going to get the big windfall. It does work. And I do Facebook ads for certain things, but other things, it's just like, it's not necessarily going to bring you new business if nobody knows you.
No. And the other piece of advice I would just toss out before you take that advice from this expert or this person and said, this is what you have to do, look at their life, look at their business. If it's not what you want to achieve, it doesn't matter how good it is for them. It's not for you because that's what got them to where they are, but you want to be over here. So why take that path? I mean, it's going to take you that much longer to get to where you are. So stay true to who you are, to your brands, to the message you want to do, the reputation, because when you go off brand, when you do these crazy little trends that you think are going to increase sales, what you really create is confusion. You create lack of trust with your customers because that's the whole purpose of getting out there is to create that like, no trust factor that Kim is always talking about.
Yep.
It gets confusing and you lose followers, if anything, because they don't know what you stand for anymore when you're tossing in something that's off brand.
It's so true. And it's reminding me of one of my clients I'm working with right now. And when she came to me, she was really listening to so much of the noise out there. And she's like, I'm an interior designer, so I have to do this, but I don't like it. And I'm like, well, then let's create a business model around what you like to do. Absolutely. And she's like, can I do that? And I'm like, let's talk about what you like to do. And now months later, she's like, I can't believe I'm actually running my business. And her process is different from a lot of other designers. But she loves going to work every day. And as long as every job is profitable, I'm like, there's always people out there who want you for what you're good at. You just need to communicate it authentically to them.
Absolutely. I often go against the grain and have a process unlike a lot of other web designers. And anytime I try to like, oh, maybe I should streamline and do this, it never works for me. It never does. So, I mean, like I have a thing in my bulletin board that says my path is always the right path. I know what I need, and trust. You just have to learn to trust in yourself.
Yes, so true. All right, great tips today. Thank you, Teresa.
You're so welcome.
All right, so I will be on vacation most of the next 2 weeks, on and off. I do have some client appointments, so you guys are on my calendar. Don't worry about that. But we won't be here for about 2 weeks at least. So if you guys have any questions, tag us and we will respond, and we'll be back for Website Wednesdays shortly. Okay. I'm going to take 2 road trips. I'm very excited.
I'm taking one long one. So yeah.
Good. That's good. You know what? Yes. Everyone has to get away from their desk once in a while. And now it's my turn. So, all right. I will see you soon. Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you, and happy travels for you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Go have a great Wednesday.